So I know I haven't done a video on this channel for a while, sorry about that, but there just haven't been that many industrial, gothic kind of albums that have come out recently. There are going to be a few more coming out later this year. There's the new Ministry, for example, and I'll definitely be reviewing that. But for the next few weeks, I'm going to have to dig deeper back into the earlier parts of 2011 to get some of the albums from that part of the year that I haven't reviewed yet. So this week I'm reviewing the new, or newest, ohGr album. Nevek ohGr, who as we all know is the lead singer of Skinny Puppy, has had for the last 10 or so years this solo project called ohGr. Now this band, which is pretty much exactly the same as Skinny Puppy in terms of lineup, except it doesn't have Kevin Key, is often not classified as industrial music. And this is despite the fact that the lead singer is one of the pioneers of the industrial music genre. It's usually considered more of an electropop kind of act, and I can kind of understand why. Music by this band sounds like pop music made by goblins. The poppiest sounding tracks on this album are Tragic, Baloo, Come Down, and Crash. Baloo and Tragic are especially sort of conventional sounding. Now the most unconventional thing about the song Baloo is that it starts with a recording of the 911 call that was made by Michael Jackson's housekeepers or whatever the night that he died, which is kind of gimmicky, but it actually works out being a pretty good song. But if any of these songs were sung by one of the top 40 radio-friendly pop singers nowadays, you wouldn't be able to tell that they were originally written by an industrial band. And as much as I really like the really out there, experimental, Skinny Puppy stuff that they do, I never cease to be impressed by ohGr's ability to write a really solid traditional song. And these songs, even though they have a very traditional structure and conventional pop melodies, are given a lot more flavor by the fact that they sound kind of mutated sounding. While a lot of Skinny Puppy stuff is rather harsh sounding, the songs on this album are actually very gentle and some are downright sweet sounding. In terms of how it stacks up against some of ohGr's other albums, I'd say it's about as good as Sunny Psyop. I like it a lot more than Devil in My Details. I didn't care for that album that much. But it's not quite as good as their first album, Welt, either. That album was amazing because every single song on that one was awesome. So the reason why I decided to go back to early 2011 to review this one is because of the industrial albums that came out last year, this was one of the best. So yeah, if any of you guys have any ideas for album reviews or albums you'd like to hear me review, let me know.